Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy, and if you are new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing, that would be awesome. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that I did a story last night where I told you that I went into Arnott's. So Arnott's is a department store in Dublin, in Ireland. I went into Arnott's and I went to the Charlotte Tilbury counter. I've never had a Charlotte Tilbury foundation or any skincare or anything like that at all. I've had their Pillow Talk lipstick and I wasn't too gone on it, but I just loved the feedback that I was hearing about the foundation. So I was like, okay, I have a voucher and I want to use it up, so I'm gonna get myself a Charlotte Tilbury foundation. I got the Airbrush Flawless foundation, and I put a poll up last night on my Instagram. I'll put my handle up down here, you'll see it down in the description. Anyway, I put a poll up on my Instagram to see if you guys would like to see a video on it. So I was obviously doing some research on this foundation before I bought it, and I wasn't really finding what I wanted from it, like a definitive I love it, I hate it kind of situation. So that's what I'm hoping I will give you today. Just I suppose to explain my experience, I went into Charlotte Tilbury and Arnott's. A lovely girl called Simone caught my eye, brought me away to like a separate corner of the concession stand within Arnott's. I was so grateful for this because this was about 6 o'clock on Friday evening, and that's the Friday before Christmas. So I was like, oh my god, it's actually nice and quiet over here. She sat me down and she applied some makeup to my face to match me and to match my colour foundation. And I really appreciated that because, you know, this foundation is quite expensive, so it's €40. So I guess it's up there with the likes of Double Wear and the likes of MAC and whatnot, but I just still think that that's a lot of money. So I wanted somebody to literally put it on to my face and test it to see what it looked like. As much as it mightn't seem it, I'm wearing tan today. And I put on tan the other night with the idea of going in and getting matched properly because I wanted a nice foundation to go with my tan. So Simone tested 2 different shades on me, and we came to the conclusion that 7 Warm was the shade that I was going to go for in this. She was an unbelievable salesperson, so Charlotte Tilbury needs to give her like a bonus or something, because had I the money I would have bought whatever she showed me. She was fantastic. So when she was showing me the makeup, she also used Hollywood Flawless Filter. So of course I bought that as well. The whole reason that I'm here and the whole reason that I'm doing a first impression is because when she put it on my face, it was kind of over like day old makeup, and I had been running around town and I was kind of like sweating, and you know, it wasn't kind of perfect. So I wanted to do kind of like a first impressions of how I found it putting it on my own bare skin and how it blends and what it looks like. This foundation oxidizes, so I was really grateful to her for color matching me, because she kind of color matched me by putting kind of one shade here on my chin and one shade here, and then when I was like, ooh, I like this shade, then she put that shade kind of all over, and I was able to see what it looked like. So within that time I was also able to see the oxidizing I don't know what word to use there. I could see how the foundation oxidized as well, and I was pretty sure that that was a good shade for me. So that's just another little bit of a heads up. I also got a tester of Charlotte's Magic Cream, so a little pot of that. So I'm going to just do the whole thing. I'm going to just cleanse off my face a little bit, pop on the Charlotte's Magic Cream, put on the Flawless Filter, and put on the Airbrush Flawless foundation, and I'm basically going to show you the whole process of me doing that. I'll do a little bit of a wear test on it and come back and kind of let you know what I think. So if that sounds like something, it's a quite a long intro actually. If that sounds like something that you would like to see today, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've been out and about a bit today. I only have moisturizer on, I don't have anything else on, but I'm still, just to kind of give us a good base, I'm gonna just use some micellar water and I'm gonna cleanse my skin a little bit and then pop on the moisturizer. Okay, so that's my face cleansed. I'm now going to go into my little packet. These little samples are so handy, and they're, yeah, like, this is an expensive moisturizer, so I don't think I'll be buying it, but it's nice just to have it to use for this purpose as well. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that out, just taking that much out. I do want to save it as much as I can, and I'm going to pop this on. Okay, so that is the moisturizer on. That's actually quite glowy in itself. Oh, that's quite nice. Right, so the Hollywood Flawless Filter. People, look, I haven't even actually taken these out of the boxes. This is what it looks like. I do know that it comes out in like a doe foot wand. So it comes out like this. People are raving about this, and let's just read up a little bit about this. So basically they claim that this gives you a superstar glow. You can apply it all over the face as a flawless filter or on top of the foundation of your choice if you want extra coverage, and that's what Simone in Charlotte Tilbury and Arnott's yesterday did for me. So she popped on the foundation and then she put on some of the flawless filter over it, and like it looked savage. I'm going to use the same brush for both, and as you know, my normal tool of choice when it comes to foundation is a beauty sponge. But from reviews I've read and from her doing my makeup yesterday, she used a brush, everyone else used a brush, and I have read that the brush is probably the best way of putting it on. But as always, I'll pop it on, and if it doesn't work I can grab my beauty blender anyway and just go over it with that. So let's start with this, the flawless filter. I've never used this before. I could be totally making an art of this. So yeah, let's just see how we go. Pop it on and I'll rub it in then. I'm gonna actually grab something to put my hair back because it makes me kind of antsy when I see people in videos putting on makeup and their hair is like down in their face and they're putting their makeup into their hair. Oh, no, I can't. So I'm gonna throw on my little ears. Ah, so much better. Okay, so that's on my skin and I'm just gonna buff this in. Okay, so you can see straight away I've got a glow. Wow, I have a nice glow. It's very, very nice. Not too sure if you'd wear this on its own, but fab glow. Okay, so that is the flawless filter. It looks fabulous. So now we're going into the foundation. So like I mentioned already, the shade that was chosen for me was the 7 Warm. So I guess that's just kind of it. And it was actually quite funny because initially when she came over to me I had the 8 in my hand, and she was like, oh okay, so what do you want? And I showed her and I was like, oh I think the 8 is my match, and she was like, no it's not, that's way too dark for you. So I was like, oh okay. So it just goes to show it's really important to go to somebody that knows their stuff. This only came out in September as far as I know, and the lady that dealt with me said she's probably matched like about 5,000 women. So that was good. So at least she kind of knew from looking at me what kind of shade I might be. So, and as I mentioned as well, this is because I have tan on me. This is not going to be like an everyday foundation. Okay, I'm really happy. I was afraid, and like genuinely this is my first time opening this, I was afraid that the foundation was going to have a doe foot wand, and I'm not too gone on wands for foundation. I'd rather a pump, which this has, which I'm very happy about. Popping it out on my hand and I'm taking a little bit. Now I do know that from what she said to me yesterday evening, you have to kind of work quite quickly with this because it sets to the skin, which probably isn't a good idea putting on my hand then. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Okay. Oh, this blends unbelievably. I know it's looking a little bit Simpsons-y, but that will change. So it blended like an absolute dream, as you saw. It didn't cling to any dry patches. It just blended out really, really nicely. It hasn't automatically sat into, like normally here, here and here are where my lines are. Oh, it has a little bit there. So it hasn't like straight away sunk in anywhere and kind of made my lines more pronounced. So it's quite nice. I like it so far. Yeah, it is a little bit dark at the moment. My god, am I glad I didn't go for the one that I had in my hand, because I just, like, that would never match me. So let's see how it wears. Let's see how the colour changes over a few hours. What I'm going to do now is go off, do my full makeup. Again, no more than with all the other products that I normally test. I want to see how my powder sits on it, how my highlight sits on it, all of that kind of thing. I will come back to you in about an hour, let you know what it's looking like, and I'll come back to you then in a couple of hours time and we can kind of see how it's broken down, if it has broken down, over the next few hours. I should probably have said at the beginning of this particular segment that this is a long wearing foundation. So this is kind of like Charlotte Tilbury's answer to double wear. That's kind of how I would equate this to kind of the mainstream products. And it is full coverage foundation with a flawless matte long lasting finish. I'm very interested to see how the colour changes, because yeah, it's a little bit dark at the moment. But anyway, let's give it a go, see what happens. I will see you back here in about an hour's time. Bye. Okay guys, I am back and it is about an hour later. As I said, I would come back and let you know how products look on top of the foundation. just gonna grab my mirror, have a little look. So yeah, I've kind of been monitoring it all along. I popped a little bit of my RCMA powder, translucent powder, on top of the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, and yeah, it looks lovely. Like, it looks really nice. I think through the viewfinder it actually probably looks nicer than how it looks in real life. At the moment I really feel like it looks the same way that Estee Lauder Double Wear looks on me. Yeah, I guess it still is quite dark, so I probably would need to darken my tan a little bit in future to kind of match this. So yeah, I quite like it. I quite like it. Let me give you a zoom. So obviously just ignore my spot. So yeah, that's kind of how it looks. That's it. Yeah, it's good. So it's 3:10 now. I've had this on for about an hour, hour and 10 minutes, in or around that. I'm gonna go off, do my videos. I have to go to my parents' house and I'll come back. It'll probably be later tonight by the time I come back, and I can give you the next update, but that's kind of how we're looking at the moment. I did put a little bit of highlighter, blush, contour, all the usual bits and pieces on top of it. And yeah, so far, yeah, like, it looks good. It looks definitely, it definitely looks good. So yeah, I'll let you know how it wears and I'll come back in a couple of hours time. Okay guys, I'm back. It is 10:30 at night. I've had this foundation on for 8 hours at this stage. So I'm coming back to let you see how it has worn on me, and I can't really say I'm overly happy, because I'm not, to be completely honest. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom you in. So I had to take my lashes off earlier as well because I was getting like runny eye. It's horrible, I hate runny eye. So yeah, like, oh guys, like, this looks terrible. Let's be fair, like, let's call a spade here. I don't like how this looks. My theory is that it has broken down the actual foundation, and that instead of the foundation I'm now kind of seeing the Flawless filter, so the one that I put on first, because I am getting a little bit of a glow. It's kind of gone patchy. I haven't even been rubbing my nose, like, I'm not sick or anything. I haven't been blowing my nose or anything, and it seems to have all worn off my nose and all worn off here and along here, and then even here you can kind of see, like, obviously it's set into my fine lines, it's kind of normal, which is annoying, but anyway, but it seems to have kind of like gathered here and here. I'm not happy. I'm actually not happy with this. Obviously the both of them together cost a lot of money, so I'm going to try them in a couple of different ways. I'm going to zoom you back out because I think this is a little bit too close for comfort. So I'm going to try both of the products. So again, Flawless filter and the Airbrush Flawless foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to try both of them in different ways. I think I'm probably going to try this with a couple of products because I know a few people have been using this kind of on its own. And with products as well, and I might just try a different primer with this as well. And yeah, I'm gonna try them in loads of different ways. So I'm gonna put like this on and then this on top and just kind of mix them around a bit, because the combination clearly that I used today, I'm not digging it. I'm really not digging it. All I can think of is that if I was wearing double wear right now, it would still look exactly the same as it looked when I put it on first, and that's pretty much it. And if I was at a wedding and I was wearing this and it's only 10:30, I wouldn't really be happy with this at all. So guys, that's kind of my conclusion, and I'm sorry if it's a little bit of a letdown. It's sure a letdown to me. Again, my skin is dry to combination, and this is making me look like I'm oily, like full on oily, and I'm not oily. I'm never oily. Like, you know, I never have to bring powder around with me ever, blotting tissue, nothing like that. I feel like I look like a grease ball right now. It's not a good look. I'm not happy with the look, to be honest. So that's my 2 cents on the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Stays all day and night. I don't agree with that right now. I really don't. But as I say, I'll keep you updated. Do you know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to wear these over the next few days. We're coming into Christmas. I'm going to have loads of opportunity to wear these and to swap them around and kind of put them with different products and see how they work. I'll let you know down in the comments below. So I'll leave a comment in a couple of days time and let you know if another combination worked. So that is it. As always, thank you so much for watching today. Please do subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'd love to have you along my little journey, and I'm trying to build up my YouTube family. I will update you in the comments below in the coming days, and aside from that, I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.